I'm just sitting in my car. I really didn't have the words to even put together or even do this video. I haven't even really been wanting to do videos, but I told myself, look, you made a commitment, so stick to that commitment and continue to make the videos. But I'm just like, man, like I keep putting these videos out, keep talking. I'm like, hello? Is anybody there? Can anybody relate to me? Like, hello? My goodness. I know the way that I am. I can come off very intimidating, right? Let me not tear up. Because the reason why I'm going to tear up, because today has been a very... I don't like crying, you guys. I tell myself all the time, I tell myself that crying is okay. I'm not the type of woman that cries. I'm not. I'm the type of woman that, you know, when I was raised, I was always raised to be a strong woman, a strong girl. I was raised that way. So I felt like growing up that crying is a weakness. But I'm learning now that I'm older, crying is not a weakness. It's not. So that's what I'm learning, and I'm just teaching myself, like, look, like, if you gotta let it out, like, just don't be afraid to let it out. And the reason why I'm, like, frustrated, you guys, because my personality, right? My personality, I can be very intimidating to some people. But the way that I am, God made me this way for a reason. God made me this way. God made me an individual that speaks up for other people. God made me an individual that protects people, and God made me the individual that if something's not right, say it. God gave me this voice. You know what I mean? God made me who I am for a reason. And for the longest time, I was so focused on being somebody else, because for people like me, we have a heart out here. A woman that has a strong personality. A woman that has just like this captivating aura about herself. A woman that just naturally just has it. I can't explain it, you guys. It's just something. God blesses those people. And you know, when you look at somebody, you're like, man, like, I don't know, something about that person. Like, that person's blessed. It's just something about that person that's different. Like, for example, I was at a store today, and I'm not even did up, you guys. Like, I know I'm not ugly when I'm not did up, but I wasn't even did up, and it was this guy. He kept like looking, right? I was trying not to give him eye contact, because y'all know that's a little, I wasn't trying to be creepy, but he just looked like, who are you? Like, are you somebody? Like, do I know you? Like, it was just a look that I could not explain, right? But I noticed that now that I've been connecting with God and I've been following God's path, I've noticed that I'm just special. I'm not just hyping myself up, you guys. I'm just saying, when God has a purpose on your life and you're chosen, you just know it. And I know for a fact that I am one of God's chosen ones. Why he chose me, I don't know. And to be honest, sometimes I wish that I wasn't chosen, because it's very hard being the way that I am. My personality, you guys, me speaking up, me just having the voice that I have, me just, people say that my voice is, you know, abrasive, and they say that it's really deep and it's really loud and it's really demanding. Like, me being that way, and me just, my presence, and me just being a woman that just advocates, I get a lot of backlash. A lot of people don't like me. A lot of people talk about me. A lot of people don't like the fact that I am the way that I am. A lot of people tell me, you're very intimidating. Like, can you draw it back? Like, when you talk, can you soften up your voice? Like, when you interact, like, do you have to be so animated? Like, can you just change it because it's too much? And I've been hearing that my whole entire life. For the longest time, I have been trying to shy away from the person that God called me to be. But some days I won't even speak, you guys. Like, sometimes I won't even say nothing, because even when I say one word, people take it wrong. And it's like, the way that I am, people dissect me, you guys. Like, I get so much backlash. People try to change me all the time. I can't allow people to change me. I told myself, I've been so exhausted trying to be somebody different than who God made me to be. Let me say that again. I've been so exhausted trying to be somebody else other than who God called me to be. Once I started tapping in to who God needs me to be, and once I start really being myself fully, I have been the happiest that I possibly have ever been. But it's hard. And some days I do want to change. Some days I wish I was more dainty. Sometimes I wish I was more girly. Sometimes I wish I didn't have the voice that I have. Some days I wish that I was different. Because it's hard. And stepping into God's purpose and really saying yes to God and really standing on all 10 toes, man, it takes a special type of person to do that. Me telling God, okay, I had enough. I'm done fighting against your word. I'm done trying to be somebody different. I am going to be who you call me to be. I am going to advocate. I am going to be the voice that people wish they had. I'm going to speak up for people. I am going to be that person. I'm going to be that person. Since I've said yes and I've been fully being myself, it's been hell. People don't want to interact with me. A lot of people, they don't want to work with me. Like, it's just like, I'm like, all right, God, I'm fitting in more when I wasn't the person who you called me to be. When I was just showing my abilities, when I was just like, that one person that like sits off from the crowd, that one person that's just quiet and that just in the back of the room and that doesn't have a voice. When I'm that person, I noticed that I fit in. Being a person that doesn't speak up, being a person that just goes with the flow, being the person that just goes with what everybody has to say, being a follower, I noticed that I had no problems. And God kept tracking me down like he always does. Like, look, you being somebody that I didn't call you to be. That beautiful, deep voice that I bless you with, you can sing, you're outspoken, I made you that. Be that. That leader, I made you that. Be that. That person that takes the lead, I made you that. Be that. That person that is not afraid to ask questions, that person that is not afraid to question questions. That person that's not afraid to challenge somebody else. That person that dares to be different. That person that dares to be great. That person that dares to make something out of herself. That person that dares to be something in life. I made you that. Be that. I can't be nobody different. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted from being other than what God called me to be. And it's like, with me being the way I am, and a lot of people don't like a woman that speaks up for herself. A lot of people believe that women need to be submissive. I intimidate people. I know I do. But I have to be who God called me to be. I have to. I have to follow it. I have to listen. It's hard, you guys. It's so hard. So much backlash. Talked about like a dog. Always. But I have to be who God called me to be. I have to be. A strong-willed woman that dares to be something. That wants to be something. I notice a lot of people don't like people that speak up. A lot of people don't like outspoken people. But I can't be no different. And yeah, I was crying and yeah, I'm upset because it's hard, you guys. Like, to be picked apart like that all the time. And for people not to like you by you even saying one word. By the way you stand, you guys. I naturally just stand with my head up. Confidence. I have confidence. I'm a confident individual. I'm confident. I can't dim myself down for somebody else. Can't be like that. And I told God, despite of me getting freaking mutilated out here, I'm still going to continue to handle backlash, handle people talking about me, everything with grace.